on Patreon, and Patreon is a platform where I will upload interesting videos where you can learn astrology. And this is an exclusive Patreon only membership videos where you will get some interesting takes on Vedic astrology, some interesting learning on Vedic astrology, and a lot more secrets will be shared there. Aries Ascendant. For Aries Ascendant, Mercury will rule the 6th house and 3rd house and will be joining the Sun in the 10th house of Capricorn on 7th of February. This is a good position for people looking for changes in their career, especially in the government sector. Someone who is trying to pursue a civil services examination or someone who is into the core knowledge group. This is going to be good for them and for others as a part of it giving a new employment opportunities, and active support of the team will help you grow too. But the dispositor of this Budh, which is Saturn, is with Venus in the 11th house, and Saturn will be combusted by the Sun, which will be in conjunction with Mercury, and hence you have to apply your mind and not your emotions, especially in your work area and your livelihood. And the decisions that you take should be well calculated. This Mercury will be now out of the 8th aspect of Mars and now will get full support of the Mars, which is also in the Taurus zodiac sign, and which is another earth element zodiac. This is the time when diplomacy will work. Diplomacy will work the best, and efforts taken for gaining promotion and appreciation, finding right opportunities in your workplace will be on the cards. But also you will see stiff competition, especially because your 6th lord goes in the 10th house, and because of your involvement in your career, there can be related challenges. So you must be giving your attention to that area of life also, the areas which have challenges. The dispute with the supervisors and the bosses has to be handled carefully. And if something is not going your way, you need to learn from the process, learn on the go, and not immediately show resistance, because here at the communication level, it may prove to be Budhaditya Yoga. On the other hand, in the 10th house will work in your favor ultimately and will give you good results. Chant Aditya Hriday Stotra and Vishnu Sahasranam every day. Taurus Ascendant. Mercury is an important planet for you. It rules the 2nd and 5th house, and when 5th Lord Budh goes in the 9th house, it is an important placement for Taurus, especially when 4th and 5th Lord are combined in the 9th house. This gives you good luck in terms of vehicles and assets, and gives you new opportunities to buy a good home, a good house for yourself, build more assets, and visit places of spiritual importance. Well, if you see, this is a time when you will be getting good news from your children, from say about their education. Their success will make you proud. But on the other hand, your own career may see some slowdown, and you will have to seek an intervention or an advice from a guru, from a mentor, to sort some things out in your own life. But Capricorn is a zodiac of Saturn, right? And both Mercury and Sun will find resistance in this zodiac sign. So, hard work is the only way here. Luck-related matters such as investment in speculative businesses will not favor you, and you will aspire an intervention of higher power, but will end up doing things by yourself. That might give a temporary disappointment, but keep seeking. While you are planning while you're planning to travel, be careful and plan with extra buffer of both time and money. Do not plan any travel where you don't know your itinerary or things are yet to be executed. After 13th of February, Sun will enter Aquarius zodiac sign. This will put Mercury under the pressure, because now Saturn will be with Sun, which will put the 10th house under pressure. So what should you do? Visit Ganesh temple and chant Ganesh Atharva Shirsha every day for blessings from the Bhagwan Ganesh, from the divine, and seek proper guidance from the universe. Also, be sensitive to messages that you might get in dreams through numbers, through patterns, and through other spiritual means. Gemini Ascendant. Gemini is ruled by Mercury, and so is your 4th house. The 1st and 4th Lord will be with your 3rd Lord Sun in the 8th house. And this brings a lot of transformation in your personality. It will alter the way you perceive happiness, and this is the time when things will shake a bit on personal level, but this manthan is good for you. This can bring in a sudden gain in wealth, a sudden foreign travel, resolution in matters related to visa, especially if you are stuck in matters related to student visa. This will give you new opportunities to build assets for the future, plan your retirement, to execute your long-term plans, and you will be able to see things far more better. And not only those plans will materialize, but you will also gain through unexpected sources. This is also the time when matters related to inheritance, taxation, insurance, and other matters of finances will be resolved. People can also gain through speculative businesses. So if you are involved in contractual work, say share market, you might benefit from this. And if you are into the field of financial auditing, testing, or in any sort of research work, this transit will give you new opportunities in those areas of life. And matters stuck in real estate, foreign land, or say money is stuck in market, all that will see some positive hope and trend. This will give you hope, but when you also talk about Sun and Mercury in the 8th, you are also facing the inevitable. Fear might stop you from growing, and overcalculation will only make things worse. So take care of these two factors during this transit. And then the transit will prove to be extremely beneficial for you. Just that, don't lose hope. Keep moving. Cancer Ascendant. In case of Cancer, Mercury rules your 12th and 3rd house, and therefore it talks about your communication skills, your subconscious mind. And when this Mercury meets the 2nd Lord Sun in the 7th house, you have to be careful about criticism. You will have to be careful about the criticism that you might have to face on your communication, on your actions, and on the matters where you have failed maybe in the past. And this can disappoint you. This can make you regret your actions, and the feedback that you will get from the mentors, from the well-wishers, and maybe from the general public may make you feel that you are not worthy, you did something wrong. This might bring a sense of low confidence and low esteem. Here, matters related to finances, especially if it is associated with marriage or business, may trouble you to a certain extent. So you need to ensure that you are being calculative enough, but not being over-calculative when you're dealing with a situation of a bad marriage, say a divorce, or even a merger and acquisition, or any other business or contract-related matters. You need to take care of your health and pay attention to what your spouse has to say. Any matter related to in-laws can also bring in a verbal heated debate. You have to be humble and grounded, as Sun will be in the Saturn zodiacs. Now, people who want to marry, who want to move to a foreign land will see positive trend, positive growth. And people who are looking for new business opportunities, after a lot of hard work, will see things moving in their way. Remember, there is no alternate to hard work here. Also, if you are into export and import of goods and services, this will bring in new partnerships, and some of which may not be, you can say, not as per what you have expected, but still, it will keep the ball rolling. You might see that the enemies are stronger and intelligent. They're challenging you, but you need to have faith on yourself and your abilities. Now check who is your well-wisher, with whom you are spending your time, and what energy you are interacting with. It is a time to be with people who will guide you. It is a time to be in the satsang. So be in the association of masters. Leo Ascendant. For Leo, Mercury is very important. It rules 2nd and 11th house. Therefore, it talks about finances and gains. And when such a planet goes in 6th house, you will win over your enemies. And it will be able to generate enough income to reduce or pay off your debts. And this is the time when the gains will overpower the debts and you will have enough resource to cut down your negative karma. Usually in the Kal Purush, Budh gets exalted in the 6th house, Virgo. So if we examine Mercury, Mercury is in the 6th house of Leo, and this is good for earning and winning through competition. If you're a student planning for any competitive examination, this is going to be fruitful transit for you. But you need to watch out for words being misused against you, and you have to be careful. Careful when you are dealing in family matters, family related matters, relationships. You have to address disputes in the family, and your physical presence may be required. So you need to handle all such matters with great humility, with great patience. Now, though Mercury will be forming a Budhaditya Yoga, Sun and Mercury conjunction in the 6th house, Saturn and Venus will be aspecting your ascendant at least until 13th of February. Therefore, rendering your ascendant Lord Sun a bit weak. So there may be some financial pressure, unnecessary demands, or a pressure on your reputation. So you need to deal all such matters with great caution. Matters related to neurological health should be dealt with seriousness. Anxiety or eagerness to act may bring in negative results. If you follow your thoughts, be careful. When Sun and Mercury is in the 6th house, strong analysis is your power. But you need to appreciate people's criticism and act accordingly. Being humble and grounded is the way of this transit. Virgo ascendant. For Virgo, Mercury rules 1st and 10th, and therefore it rules your reputation, your image, your career. And if such a planet moves in your 5th house, it is going to produce extremely positive results, but will also create changes that you will not expect in your life. Well, if you see, Buddha in 5th house of Capricorn along with Sun is good for academics, students, philosophers, writers, idea creators, influencers, people involved in communication industry, telecom industry. And if you see, communication, banking and finance is also going to be affected by this. This is going to increase your intelligence and you will advance in your sadhana, and it will also give you an advanced 6th sense. So do not ignore this intuition, this gut feeling. This is the time when your children may decide to move out of your house for education or for career. So you need to provide support and guidance in such decisions. Career related changes are on the cards because Mars is going to be in trine with this Mercury. Mars is in Taurus. So people involved in stock market, share trading, commission business, real estate, brokering will see a positive growth in their output. But do not get flattered if there is an instant growth, as it may not sustain for a long time. So if you are gaining something now, use it wisely and focus on saving and sustainability rather than immediate reinvesting. This is the time when you can improve your knowledge. So do some certifications that will give you an extra edge in your career. But refrain from office politics, especially after 13th February, or saying something that can hurt your reputation or goes against your very nature. Otherwise, you may have to face challenges and difficult scenarios. And through your intellect, you will be able to find the solution. So smart works becomes a theme for Virgo ascendant during Mercury transit in Capricorn. Libra ascendant. For Libra ascendant, Mercury rules your 9th house and 12th house. And this Mercury goes in the 4th house. Now this is a position where expenses might be on the rise, especially because you are trying to invest in an asset, following your passion, or maybe some aimless shopping. Stay careful there. Health of your mother may give you some tension, and lack of communication at your home, in your family members, or some heated egoistic debate may give you a bit of anxiety, or it can make you feel the lack of peace. This is also the time when you can visit your home, your maternal place, your ancestral property, your land, your country after a long gap. Now, because Mercury rules your 9th and 12th bhava, a pilgrimage is possible during this time. You can also meet a long lost friend, but on the other hand, this can also reveal an enemy, and this enemy might be within your inner circle. There may be some trust issues that will develop, especially because of the presence of Saturn and Venus in the 5th, Ketu in the 1st, and then the new combustion of Saturn. So it's a cumulative effect of multiple planets and multiple planetary placements. So this placement of Buddha will also give you a stroke of luck, a chance, that one opportunity that can change your life. So deal with this Buddha transit and take this very, very seriously. Take the blessings of your mother, do something for your nation and society, and show your contribution, because Buddha is also a planet of transaction. So you do good and be good, and the universe will respond to you. Mantra chanting done during this time will reduce negative results and will bring positive results, and hard work will pay off, especially in your career. But you need to find the right balance between work and home, and do not let the work-life balance go off the track. Scorpio Ascendant. In case of Scorpio Ascendant, Mercury rules your 8th and 11th house. And when this Mercury goes in the 3rd house of courage and initiative, combines with Sun, the Lord of the 10th house, it talks about you taking proactive actions towards your life. It talks about you bringing in major changes to improve your livelihood and your reputation in society. If you are an entrepreneur and if you are a businessman, you need to focus on CSR activities. If you are in a job, you can enroll in the outreach activities of your organization. Some achievements that you will get during this time, and some of your past achievements that will give you hope, confidence, and will support you. It will support you to keep moving and keep hustling. Just that overconfidence, if it comes, it can trouble you a lot, so be careful. Now, if you observe Sun, which is the 10th Lord, it will be in the 3rd house. And then on 13th February, it will join Saturn, where Saturn is running combust for the entire month of February. This means that some of your actions may not produce expected results. Now, this is something to see. And in spite of all the knowledge, all the confidence, all the hard work, all the positivity, all the analysis that you will put in, there may be an unexpected delay in the results, and this should not disappoint you. When you are stuck, go back to the drawing board and restart, because this is the transit to reinitiate, reassess, and then rework. Also, try to help your neighbors and ignore any conflict with your cousins. This is the time when you have to show that you are available for people around you, for your well-wishers, but ensure that you do not come across as someone who is invading a privacy and someone's personal space. Also, you will have effective communication, and that will ensure that your words do reach people, and you will be able to make them understand your point of view, although this do not guarantee any immediate result. But at least, it shows that your image will not be taken in the wrong sense, or you might not be misunderstood. Sagittarius Ascendant. For Sagittarius, Mercury rules 7th and 10th house, Gemini and Virgo. Mercury will be with the Sun in the 2nd house of family and finance. Surya is your 9th Lord, Leo. So this is a very positive, powerful position for Buddha, giving you new opportunity in career, good financial guidance, and clear life goals. This is the time where you can think about financial security, new ways to earn money. You can plan a better future. And Saturn and Venus in the 3rd house and then Venus in the 4th from 15th February will allow you to make better use of available resources. On the other hand, make your life more productive. Proper and well-mannered communication and well-directed effort is the theme of this transit. And this will result in wealth coming your way and issues being sorted at ease. But if your communication becomes improper, or there is even a hint of dominance, and if you cannot back your claim with data, this might backfire. So be careful with what you speak and comment, especially in the public forum. On the other hand, with 7th Lord coming in the 2nd house, this is a good time to start thinking about new business, marriage. And with respect to business, investment will come your way, and all businesses might see some positive trend. But do not get indulged in the success so much that you forget why you started in the first place. Deviations may happen, and this deviation may result in abnormal failure. So be watchful of your actions. You will also see positive support from your spouse, and if the suggestions are taken seriously, can bring major reforms. So take your criticism, suggestions constructively, spend wisely, and think about saving and long-term planning, possibly retirement planning. People involved in food industry, medical industry, hospitality, writing, who use their voice as their career, will see positive growth during this time. Also, if you're a student, or if you just chant Ma Saraswati mantra, that will be beneficial for you. Capricorn Ascendant. Capricorn will experience the Mercury transit in the 1st house along with 8th Lord Sun. Sun being present on the Lagna is important. This is when you decide to listen to your internal self. Internal communication will be the theme, which means listening to your heart and then doing something about what you desire. Budh rules your 6th house and Sun rules your 8th. So this will also be a 6th and 8th Lord conjunction on the Lagna. So this is bound to bring in transformation. Now, when you apply all your intellect and knowledge in the difficult situation of life, expect changes. This is the time when new ideas can come in your mind that will result into a bright future. From 15th of February, the 10th Lord Venus will go exalt in the 3rd house, increasing the creativity. But you have to improve your communication skill and refine your soft skills. Also, you need to focus, bring your attention to spiritual pursuits and drop your ego, because a communication and expression where you bring in ego, in fact the negative ego, it will immediately backfire, and if you are not speaking the truth, then you will be held responsible for your own words, for your data, for improper communication. With Sun and Mercury in the 1st, you can experience higher intellect, and therefore you must act accordingly. You must back your words with proper data, calculation, and you should deliver all this information humbly. Saturn has just moved in your 2nd house, and the Mercury in the 1st house will utilize the power of Saturn in the 2nd house and will tell you how to preserve wealth, how to build it, how to use it for the future. So this is the time when you can invest your money for long term and make your money on as a passive income. So your money can make money. On the other hand, you need to avoid food allergies by being cautious about the food that you eat, because it may cause some inflammation. And people suffering from autoimmune disorder, blood pressure, or any other blood related issue, anxiety, should be careful, and you should chant Vishnu Sahasranam or simply chant Hare Krishna mantra, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, to bring peace of mind. Aquarius Ascendant. For you, Mercury rules your 5th and 8th house. Therefore, it creates an aura where you will think a lot, because this Budh will be in the 12th house. Now, while 12th Lord is in your 5th house, it activates your subconscious mind. Now, this activation can go beyond your control, because naturally Budh gets debilitated in the Kal Purusha's 12th house. When Sun and Mercury will be in the 12th, it might prove to be a slightly negative placement and may create fear of unnecessary losses, insecurities, and can make you feel financial distress. This can bring in fear, lack of self-confidence. Therefore, you need to be very proactive about certain areas of life where you have been lazy and you have been procrastinating. This is also the time when the conflict with your spouse can disturb your mental peace and sleep. Your mind will be mostly active all the time, thinking about possible outcome of the situation. A lot of assumption will be there. This can make you highly non-productive, so you need to concentrate, meditate, and bring back your focus to your core goals and avoid any distraction. Saturn on the first house has just entered, so it will take some time to give you that perspective which it wants to give you. But until then, you need to hold the ground and allow this Mercury to give you some positive, concrete ideas, all of which may not be feasible, but some of them can be really interesting and may have a possible future. But then you have to be receptive, alert, and active. Take care of your health, avoid food that can create indigestion, walk a lot, listen to your own body, and don't remember old negative communication or anything that has been toxic, or a communication that has been till now buried inside your memory. Be wise and speak wise, and you will see that this will eventually give you positive results. However negative or difficult it may appear in the beginning, because Budh is forming a Vipareet Raj Yoga. Pisces Ascendant. For you, Mercury rules 4th and 7th, and therefore it takes control over your personal life and peace of mind. And with this Mercury going in the 11th house and Jupiter being in the 1st is extremely positive, and it is a wish-fulfilling transit. However, you will see that you will convert your obstacles into opportunity. So don't wait. Get up and start working. First Sun and Mercury in the 11th, and then exalted Venus from 15th February on the Lagna. And finally, a parallel Sun and Saturn conjunction from 13th February in the 12th will ensure that you drop your ego, let go of the burden, be an empty cup, and restart your life. Because in a lot of sense you will see that the force, this universal force will force you to restart some areas of life, which is actually good for you. Pray to Narayan by chanting the mantra Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, and pray to Bhagwan Ganesh and seek removal of obstacles. Also, the income that might come, the increments, will further reduce the burden of problems, but there can also be some medical expenses that can eat your income. So don't be surprised and don't feel insecure. Keep your focus on earning more money in near or far future, and that should do the work. So when you are focusing on the money part, you will see this Budh transit is actually going to be really wish fulfilling, beneficial, and auspicious for you.